Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our Friday night service. We're so glad to have you joining us. We'll continue now on page 13 of the Siddur Lev Shalem, Shiru Ladonai.
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz.
Shabbat Shalom again. It's so good to be in community with you all in our Zoom community. If you are joining us right now by live stream, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we would love to actually see you inside of our Zoom room. So you can log off of the live streaming and actually come into the Zoom and join us so that we can be part of this community and pray together. We're going to continue now with Lecha Dodi, which will begin on page 23. So we'll do the first verse and then we'll move to the last verse on page 25. And when we get to the last verse, we'll invite you to rise and face whatever door to whatever room you happen to be sitting in. Page 23, Lecha Dodi.
Yalla la 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 Lecha Dodi. Oh, yalla la 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 Lekrat Kala. Yalla la 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 Penei Shabbat, Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Yalla la 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 Lecha Dodi. Oh, yalla la 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 Lekrat Kala. Yalla la 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 Penei Shabbat, Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diburecha, Ishmiyalu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה וצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, יאי ליי ליי, יא לה 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 ליי לחדוני, יא לה 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 ליי לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 ליי פני שבת, פני שבת אקבלה. So we're going to remain standing, and I'm going to share my screen so that you can see this fairly new Baruch Hu. We've done it a couple of times, but now I hope you'll sing along with me. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla la la la, 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 yalla la la la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yalla la la la, 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 yalla la la la.
You may be seated. We're on page 40, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו ושוכבנו וקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נהגה יומם ולילה נהגה יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל אוהב עמו ישראל.
We join together in the Shema, page 41.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha v'ayam shmo tishmo. We join together on the bottom of page 42, the fourth line from the end. Actually, the fourth line from the end, and then the third word from the end. Leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet.
We turn to page 44, Michamocha.
Michamocha ba'elim Adonai Mikamocha nedar ba'kodesh Nora tehilot Oseh Osepheleth. Who is like you? Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? When Moses and the children crossed the sea, they sang to you with songs of joy. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot. Osepheleth.
We'll turn now to Hashkivenu on page 45. I know that you already know Hazan Mimi is going to want you to sing along. Even though we can't hear you on mute and those in the Zoom room, you'll stay on mute. We want to see your mouths moving. We want you to be so loud that it's almost like we can hear you from our own homes as we join together in Hashkivenu. Hazan Mimi is going to share it on screen.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'ha'amidenu malkeinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. Sing out the amen. 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 Shelter us beneath thy wing. Amen. Ufros aleinu sukat
We'll rise now for Vishamru, page 46.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam b'rit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam b'rit olam. Beini uvein v'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam b'rit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam b'rit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam b'rit olam.
Have you ever all of a sudden had the feeling that somewhere you were, some place was holy or special in some way? Perhaps you've gone to holy places, like maybe you've been to holy spots in Israel, for example, where you knew before you got there that it was a holy spot. But what about somewhere that you had no idea could be holy until all of a sudden you were there and it hit you? Can you think of any examples? For those on Zoom, I welcome you to raise your hand and unmute yourself if you have an answer to share, a spot that you just had no idea was going to be holy until all of a sudden it hit you. Zisel. Oh, Zisel, you're on mute, but I see Anita Lichman. Did you have an answer?
Thank you.
Yeah, I was on the rim of the Grand Canyon.
And right, and before you got there, you didn't really know it was going to feel holy necessarily, but you got there and you were standing there and all of a sudden it hit you.
And it was Shabbos, and we just sat there.
Amazing. Beautiful. Thank you. All right, Zisel, you had one.
Yes, I was in the Caribbean Sea. I was in a night about late October, early November. Big moon illuminating the wake of the ship. I was laying on the afterdeck, simply relaxing, unaware of anything. All of a sudden, everything went silent on me. And at that distinct moment, I felt God's presence right next to me. It lasted but an instant, but I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. In fact, I didn't even hear the ship any longer. Everything I was involved in a bubble of silence. But I knew deep inside me that the deity was right next to me. I will never forget that moment.
Amazing, right? So you didn't know it was going to be holy, and all of a sudden you realized it was. All right, Bert.
I remember the first time I flew in an airplane, and I was up all the way in the sky, and I looked, and you're above the clouds, and you look down. The very first time I flew, I was a teenager, and I was flying by myself, and I just thought, wow, this is like being in God's backyard.
That's amazing, right? You thought you were just using transportation. You were trying to get from one place to another, and you took an airplane, but it was just incredible. It hit you when you were there. Wow, I'm in God's backyard. I love that. Beautiful. Was there anyone else? I'm scrolling through to make sure. Yeah, Irene.
I would say it was holy, but I was walking my dog a year and a half ago, and another dog came running up to attack it. And I was helpless, and a white car pulled up. Two guys jumped out all in white, and I stood there. They said, "We're here to help." And I swear that was a holy moment, and I swear the angels were there because my dog never got hurt.
Wow, incredible. Okay, so those moments where someone just jumps into the rescue.
I believe it was angels.
Okay, all right, yes, beautiful. So, our parsha this week begins with Jacob going to sleep in a spot that he believed to be ordinary, and he had a dream that taught him the holiness of that location. He knew the spot was holy because in his dream, this is the famous scene, Jacob's ladder, there was a ladder that reached from earth all the way up to the heavens, and there were angels going up and down. Malachei Elohim olim veyordim bo. Now, I want you to try to picture this. Now, if you're imagining the angels on the ladder, what would you think? Where do you think the angels would start? Do you think they would start at the top or the bottom of the ladder? You can shout it out if you're on Zoom.
I feel the top.
Okay, Irene, you think the top? Yeah, I think that's a reasonable. Right, Irene, we're gonna. Bob, what were you gonna say?
I think it depends on your perspective.
It depends on your perspective. All right, well, a classic Jewish answer there. So, you would think, I would think at least, that the angels should start out at the top of the ladder. Let's say we're on earth, right? We're from Jacob's perspective here. We're at the bottom of the ladder looking up. You would think the angels should start at the top, right? They're coming from heaven. So you would think they would start at the top, they would climb down, and then they'd go back up. But the verse says, Olim veyordim. First they went up, then they went down. Meaning they started from the earth, and then they went up, and they ended up back on earth. And that was Jacob's clue. Our commentators tell us that's how he knew. This wasn't just a spot where the angels decided to temporarily visit him in his sleep. This was the spot where the angels have decided they wanted to build a home. They wanted to live there. They started from the bottom and ended up on the bottom. So Jacob woke up and said, wow, this place is holy. I hadn't realized it before, but it's holy. And he sanctified the spot by setting up the stone he'd been sleeping on as a pillar and pouring oil on it. Sometimes we know that we're about to encounter holiness. We're prepared for it. You're going on a trip to Israel. You know you're going to a location that's supposed to be very holy. Sometimes we're prepared. And sometimes it just hits us in the moment. And we're supposed to try always to be open to both types of sacred encounters, the expected ones and the unexpected, so that we can bring holiness into our lives as much as possible. We're going to continue now with Chatzi Kaddish. We are on page 46. We're now in the middle of the page as we start leading up to the Amidah. Page 46. Do we have Chazan Mimi with us here? Did we lose her somewhere? There we go. Page 46,
I'm right here.
middle of the page.
I'm here. All right. So this melody, again, has a nigun. You can yai lai lai if you want, and we'll start right now. If I remember it, all of a sudden I'm having a brain situation here. So, Shroman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitala shemere kudesha v'chule elamin kol birchata v'shirata tishbechata v'nechemata damiran ve'alma v'imeru amen. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, lai, lai.
We're going to take some time now for the Amidah. Begins on page 47 and continues through page 52. You should feel free to take this time and pray personally. You can use the Hebrew, you can use the English, or you can use whatever prayers come to you in your heart. We'll join together now in the first 6 words out loud. We invite you to rise.
Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. All right, so I just shared the wrong sheet. Rabbi Galko spoke about those words. God was in this place and I didn't know it. And I'd like to share a song that is actually based on those words. I'm probably not going to sing the whole thing, but we'll start with that one. I am all around in every daydream. I am all you are and all you know. I am all around. I heard this voice always say, I am all you are and all you know. Never far away, I'm on your side. This voice went on to say, here's how you know. See me in the sunny mornings, like the cloud I'm high above. I have filled your days with laughter and your heart with love. Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anochi lo yadati. Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anochi lo yadati. Wanting to believe this voice inside me, trust there's something there for me to hold. I know I'm not alone with all these feelings history has shown, and we've been told. Can you hear the children singing? Don't you feel their spirits glow? Surely God is with me always, but I did not know. Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anochi lo yadati. Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anochi lo yadati. When you struggle for your freedom, I am right there close at hand. All in all, the world is better when we understand. I am all around in every daydream. I am all you are and all you know.
Thank you, Hazan Mimi, for that special song related to this week's Parsha. What a treat. We're going to join together now in a prayer for healing. We know some of you on this Zoom, some of our community members, people watching this on live stream might be in need of healing, whether it's healing of body, of mind, of spirit. We're going to join together now in Rifa'enu.
Rifa'enu Adonai b'nei Rapha. God, only you can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei Cholei Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, restores our loved ones, heal our people speedily in our day. And let us say, Amen.
We rise for Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבת אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת. אין עוד, על כן נקבע לך. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
This week, we are remembering the following yahrzeits with love: William Deitch, Mark Adelsberg, David Aronofsky, Beatrice Armas, Stanley Benovitz, Bertha Netzberger, David Brooks, Abraham Cheslow, Esther Cohen, Lillian Cohen, Yossi Delavira, Ethel Dine, Samuel Eskin, Alvin X, Stanley Feynman, Molly Feinberg, Evelyn Fingeret, Ida Fishman, Rose Gable, Howard Ginsberg, Selma Goldman, Doris K. Goodman, Joseph Green, Yale Jacobs, Iris Kent, William Klein, Harry V. Klein, Rosalind Krauss, Harold Lambert, Jim Lubin, Herman Madnick, Joel Stewart Marshall, Esther Maurer, Esther Mond, Sally Nelson, Lena Recht, Svi Regenstreif, George Romano, Morris Sachs, Leon Schaefer, Sarah Shatskin, Julius Siegel, Wallace Silver, Dora Singer, Murray Stein, Vivian Taggart, Sam Turitz, Leon Weil, and Theodore Young. We're also mindful of the recent passing of Marion Yablon, mother of Gilbert, and we're thinking of you and your family. We're grateful that you've joined us in our service this evening. For all those who are in a period of mourning or observing a yahrzeit, or anyone who has need or desire to join in Mourner's Kaddish, we're on page 58. I invite you to join with me. I'm going to spotlight my own video so that you can unmute and actually join in the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. We'll be able to hear you, but we won't see you now if you unmute Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. It gadal dash shemei rabah da'alma tivra
וימליך מלכתי.
b'chayei
ויכון וביומכון ובחיי בכל בית ישראל. בזמן קריב אמן.
Yehei shmei rabah
אבא מבורך לעולם ולימיים.
Itadar, Itadar, made Kusha, Le'ela,
Ela Minko,
Yerkata,
Shirata,
Tushbechata,
Shirata, Vinachamata,
Iran, Ta'amavi,
Avimru, Amen.
Yehe, Shlama, Rabba, Shemaya,
Shemaya,
Chaim,
Chaim Aleinu Vel, Kol Yisrael.
Amen. Oseh, Shalom,
Shalom b'mamav,
Huya, Aseh,
Shalom,
Aleinu,
Vel, Kol Yisrael. Amen.
For anyone who unmuted themselves, we'll ask you to remute. And we have a few announcements for you this evening. So welcome to those of you who are here joining us on Zoom and those on live stream as well. We hope you'll join us tomorrow morning, either in person or on live stream, for our regular Shabbat morning service at 10 a.m. Next Friday night at 7 o'clock, you can join us for our every third Shabbat, an in-person reggae Shabbat with Justin and Jared Stein and Rabbi Vogel. Also on live stream available, of course. Next Shabbat morning, we will be in person 10 a.m. regular services, and as always on live stream as well. At our afternoon mincha service next week, we'll celebrate the bat mitzvah of Noah Zipperstein at 4:15 p.m. Please join me in wishing Noah and her entire family a mazal tov. Do you always love those light displays on Candy Cane Lane and winter drive-thrus, and you always wanted to create a lightscape yourself? This is your chance. We're looking for 20 families or groups to create Hanukkah light displays for our Electric Miracle Festival. Everyone who attends will vote on their favorite displays, and you might win a prize. Email for dates and to sign up. You can email Alicia for that. In case you didn't know, participants of all ages, including children, are invited to attend Shabbat services. Everyone just needs to RSVP, and all attendees who are 12 and older must submit their proof of vaccination. Submitting vaccination proof is easy to do on our website and only needs to be done once. Those who are over 12 and unvaccinated are invited to attend services on our live stream. Thank you for being a part of Aliyah's story, and thank you for making Aliyah a part of yours. Shabbat Shalom. We are going to conclude with Adon Olam, or with Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom, page
Oseh Shalom,
52. I just want to say, anybody who comes in person for services tomorrow, there's Kiddush luncheon afterwards. Okay, it's a great way to come and schmooze and see people. And I know people in the Zoom room, which you can't see them, but I can, have attended. It's really a wonderful way to be in community. So I hope you'll do that and join us as we honor our veterans. And now, Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom. Shalom. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oseh Shalom. Bimromav. Oseh Shalom. Bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, y'all.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Buen Shabbat.